Hey YouTubers, I'm back again. It dawned on me about a week ago, I guess, that I've never explained how I like my musical background, my theater background. So I intend to do that in this video. Um, well, first of all that information is actually available about me online if you're clever enough to find it. But I haven't really made the website that information is on really. I haven't publicized it too much, so I figured I'd just explain to you about it here. So I started playing piano lessons. Actually, I started piano lessons when I was 4 years old, and then I started guitar lessons when I was 10. Mainly because my feet, I couldn't use the pedals, obviously, because my feet don't work. So then I started guitar, which I liked a lot better, but I'd say it took me a couple of years on guitar before I really sort of got it, and then seemingly overnight, I, uh, I got better. It was really just happened like that. Um, I got so much better at guitar, and my guitar playing has definitely surpassed my piano playing. But I still feel that I'm happy that I started with piano because that makes learning other instruments just so much easier, I feel. Um, so then started teaching myself bass around when I was 15 or 16 or so, and I'm not nearly as good on bass as I am on guitar, but it's fun to play once in a while. Um, I don't know if I mentioned just a second ago, I started guitar lessons at 10, and I took lessons from when I was 10 till about when I was 19, 20 or so. And I took piano lessons, I started when I was 4, like I said, and probably I went till I was about 10 with one teacher, then stopped for a couple of years, then went to another teacher, then stopped for a couple of years, went to another teacher, and then stopped until I got to college. And then I had to take lessons in college because it was part of my degree program. Um, so anyway, okay, piano, guitar, bass. And then, as I guess you've seen in some of my music videos, I also play ukulele, although not that well. A little bit of harmonica. I tried playing trumpet, but I didn't have the lungs for it, so that was not a musical success for me. Okay, so theater. I started doing theater originally, probably when I was 7 or 8, maybe younger, maybe 6. Oh, maybe 5 actually. Well, somewhere around there. My first show was the opera Hansel and Gretel, and I was a panda bear in the forest. I'm not really sure if there are panda bears. There are definitely not panda bears in the forest in Germany, where Hansel and Gretel would have been. Um, Actually, is Hansel and Gretel's Germany, Austria, one of those. Uh, some European country, anyway. Um, and but I initially got started in theater because my sister did a lot of theater. She's 2 years older than me, and she's much better singer. She's actually better pretty much at everything musically and acting than I am, but she doesn't really have time for doing those things now because of her doctorate program. So anyway, I started doing theater because she was in shows, and then I was always around, so eventually I got into shows. And over the years I've done like Music Man, Wizard of Oz, um, obviously the videos I've shown, Miss Saigon, Rent, Full Monty, Jesus Christ Superstar, excuse me, plenty more. that I really can't think of right now because they were years ago. Because I had a huge gap in my time doing theater, my 2 times doing theater, let's say. I started doing it, like I said, when I was really young, 5 or 6, something like that. And then I stopped when I was about 13 for, I'm really not sure what reason. And then I started again when I was 27. And then I've been doing it for the past few years since then. Just trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about on that issue. And I don't think so. Alright, I hope you join me for the next video. So, I totally thought of something else that I forgot to mention in the last video, so I'm just going to add this one on. When I was, let's see, a junior in college, I recorded my first and so far only professional album, and how I ended up doing that was I had a internship, again for my degree, at a recording studio. It's a small studio, actually not in existence anymore, but I learned how to, like, recording techniques and stuff like that. And I guess I should explain also about my degree, what it kind of encompassed. My degree was music with a concentration in business, and then I also did a business minor. So what the music and a concentration in business means is that I was basically trained to do stuff like record engineering or tour support, record production, all kinds of stuff like that. And I had to take like a lot of music courses, mostly music courses, and some business courses, which is why I did the business minor also. Some of the courses were like a lot of music history stuff too, like the history of blues. There was one class called Roots Rock Reggae, which, you know, covered all of that stuff. Then there was a class on folk music. It was basically a huge history lesson, but history of music. And then I also had to take music theory classes. Or actually, I'm sorry, no, I didn't have to take music theory classes. I just did those because I thought it was fun, and I wanted to learn more about music. But as I mentioned, I had to take piano lessons for the degree. And then on the other side of that degree was like accounting, marketing, business management, economics, macroeconomics, microeconomics, so all stuff like that. And unfortunately enough for me, after I graduated, they did away with like 2 or 3 of the, I think they did away with both accounting courses that you had to take when I was there, and maybe one of the marketing courses. And I actually liked the marketing courses, but the accounting were definitely not my cup of tea. So anyway, back to the album, which I had started this video for. I did that. I learned a ton about like record engineering, which is how I've been able to do some recordings since then, though not nearly as professional or polished as the ones on the album. But it was a lot of fun, and I really wish I could do it again, but fact is it cost me a lot of money to do the album, because like I didn't have a bassist or a drummer at the time, so I had to hire people to do that, play bass, play drums, because as I mentioned before, I do play little bass, but I'm not nearly good enough for what I needed for the album, and I don't play any drums at all. I do have a snare drum, but I don't really do much on it. But I would love to record another album, and if I had a band together, you know, that would be awesome. Okay, now I think I've covered everything, I think. I guess I should mention, sorry, again, that I was writing some video game music, actually, for, I don't know, about half a year, because there was an indie game I was helping work on, but then the project folded up. So at some point I'll probably upload the songs that I composed for the game, because right now they're not being used for anything, so I'll probably upload them to my other channel, the music channel, in case anyone cares to hear them. Pretty cool stuff, though. Alright, thank you, and goodbye.